Hello guys, welcome back to my channel in English Academy. Guys, please like, share, follow, comment and subscribe the channel. Guys, in the last video we will discuss about a little introduction and theme of the poem Our Casuarina. Guys, in this video we will explain one by one line of the poem Our Casuarina. So guys, come on the topic and let's start now. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit near the stars, a creeper climbs in whose embraces bound no other tree could live. But gallantry, the giant wears the scarfs, and flowers are hung in crimson's cluster all the bough among, whereon all day are gathered birds and bees, and oft at night the garden overflows with one sweet song that seems to have no close, sung darkling from our tree while men repose. Guys, in the first stanza of the poem, the Toru Dutt, the casuarina tree in Toru Dutt's house garden, is surrounded on all sides by a huge python-like creeper. The creeper is going round and round the rough and uneven trunk of the tree. This trunk of the tree is full of dents and knots up to its top near the stars. No other tree could survive these tight embraces of the creeper, but this casuarina tree, like a true warrior, wears the creeper like a muffler round its neck. Bunches of deep red flowers are hanging on all the branches of the tree. The birds and the bees gather in these branches throughout the whole day. Often at night, the whole garden overflows with one melodious song which seems unending. This song is sung in the dark at night from the casuarina tree when all people sleep and take rest. When first my seizement is wide upon throne, at dawn, at dawn my eyes delighted on its rest, sometimes and most in winter on its crest, a grave baboon sits statue like alone, watching the sunrise while on lower boughs, his funny offspring leaps about and play, and far and near coquillas hail the day, and to their pastures went our sleepy cows. And in the shadow on the broad trunk cast by that hoar tree so beautiful and vast, the water lilies spring like snow embedded. And in the second stanza of the poem, the poetess says that when early in the morning at dawn her windows is opened, her eyes look at this tree fixedly, and she is extremely delighted at its sight. Sometimes, and particularly in winter season, an old white large monkey sits on its highest branch all alone, like a statue, and watches the sunrise from there. At the same time, his small children jump about and play on the lower branches of the tree. The cuckoos sing and thus welcome the day. The cows, not yet fully awake, go to pastures for grazing. The water lilies bloom on the surface of the water of the broad tank. These water lilies are very beautiful and are spread over the wide surface of the tank. These water lilies look like snow collected together at one place, but not because of its magnificence. Magnificence, dear, is the cashew nut to my soul. Beneath it we have played, though years may roll. O sweet companion, loved with love intense. For your sake shall, for your sake shall the tree be over ever dear, blent with your images. It shall arise in memory till the hot tears blind mine eyes. What is that dirge like murmur that I hear, like the sea breaking on a single beach? Is it is the tree lament on ear speech that happily to the unknown land may reach. Guys, in the third stanza, the poetess Toru Dutt says that this cashew tree is very dear to the soul of her. It is because of two reasons. Firstly, it is magnificent tree. Secondly, it is so because she along with her brother and sister used to play under this tree. Many years have passed since then, but she has great love for this tree. Moreover, she will always love this tree for the sake of her sweet companions. Toru has very sweet associations with this tree. This tree is blended with their images. She will always love this tree for the sake of her memorable association. This tree is mixed with the memories of her dead brother and sister, and she will always cherish its memory till hot tears blur her vision and blind her eyes. She listens to the sad murmur of the tree. She thinks that its murmur is just like the noise of the sea that strike against the beach covered with pebbles. The sad murmur of the lamenting tree is very strange and may reach the land of the dead. Next, unknown yet well known to the eye of faith, I have heard that well far, far away in distant lands by many a sheltered bay, when slumbered in his cave the water wrath and the waves gently kissed the classic shore of France or Italy beneath the moon. When early lay drenched in a dreamless swoon, and every time the music rose before mine inner vision rose a form sublime, thy form or trees as in the happy prime. I saw thee in my own loved native clime. Guys, in the fourth stanza, the poetess describes that nature was a living presence for her. This cashew tree shared her joys and sorrows. She had lost her brother and sister who died prematurely. All three of them used to play under this tree. The tree, like the poetess, wailed for the untimely demise of the two children. The wailing of the tree was unknown, yet known to the eye of faith. The poetess had gone to France, England, and Italy, yet she heard the wailing sound of the casuarina tree in those distant lands. At that time, the ghost or spirit of water gently touched the seashores of those countries. At night, the earth lay motionless under the moon as if it was in a state of trance or dreamless swoon. Whenever Toru Dutt heard music, the chestnut tree came before her inward eye. The vision of the tree was seen by her in distant countries just as she had seen the tree in her own loved native regions. Guys, last stanza of the poem. Therefore I fain would consecrate a lay unto thy honor tree, beloved of those who now in blessed sleep for I repose. Dearer than life to me, alas, were they. Mayst though be numbered when my days are done, with deathless trees like those in borrowed lay, under whose awful branches lingered pale fear, trembling hope, and that the skeleton, and time the shadow, and the wars that would die beauty fain or fain rears. May love defend thee from oblivion curse. And in the last stanza of the poem, the poetess addresses the castorina tree which stood in her house garden. The tree was very dear to her because it was a magnificent tree. At the same time, she had played under it with her brother and sister who are no more now. Therefore, she had many close and sweet associations with this tree. She tells this Keshuna tree that she would gladly dedicate this song to its honor. Guys, she also describes that this tree was greatly loved by those who are now in heaven, having eternal sleep. Her brother Abju and her sister Aru inspired by this beautiful poem, Toru Dutt loved them more dearly than her own life. She says that this castorina tree is counted among the immortal trees, like the trees in borrowed lay, even after her own death. Guys, she wants to save the castorina tree from the punishment of its being forgotten completely.